San Francisco 49ers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Set! 3-19!
They'll set up a throw. They got him in. It's Woods. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point kind of knuckling home, but it is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken. A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And some room to work. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Now, Russell Wilson appears to be shaken up. And you know they're holding their breath over on that sideline. He's still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Set! B-19! B-19!
They'll drop the throw. And it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Defensively, Ogbanya Okoronkwo made the stop.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And they'll run it here. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run here with John Kelly. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect it. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Going deep downfield for Ross. Push, and that's caught inside the 30. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now it's Wilson. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this.
Come on, let's go.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Here's Thompson on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one who goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Go, 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 run, run, run! Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike is 59.
They run a draw here on second down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This time Wilson will throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
To throw is Wilson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D-linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney! Detroit, Detroit! Detroit, Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And got his man complete. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Here's Thompson to return it. So thanks to the late touch. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Ross. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gurley. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Well,
this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Stays on his feet. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within one score.
Yeah, now looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Back to throw now on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Play action. It's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now Wilson on first down, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Past the 20. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Over! Detroit!
Back to throw. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Escape, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
But Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson, buying time to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over.